everyone, we are back with another voice video. Today we are going to interview Pongdalong with an insane world record for El Primo with 2,368 trophies. First of all, you need to know this is played at a very high trophy range at 2,368 trophies plus minus. He only gets trophies for the first place, which is 5. The second place is 3 trophies and the third place is 0 trophies. So it has to be played extremely careful and he has to be aware of teaming. And teaming will of course be a strategy that he has to use. Because let's say he loses one game and gets 10th place. That means he loses 11 trophies, which means he has to be plus minus for 40 minutes in matchmaking, which is such a big delay. If he plays 8 hours a day, he will only be able to play 1 hour in actual showdown games and be in 7 hours of matchmaking. So you have to know, getting to this world record took an insane amount of time. First of all, I asked him, how is it to team with El Primo, because he's kind of the king in Showdown when it comes to teaming. And he told me that it is very fun to team with El Primo because every El Primo stands with each other. All the El Primos will fight all the other brawlers. So you basically always have a guaranteed team to team with when you play El Primo in high-end trophies in solo showdown. Then I asked Pongdalong if he had good advice for El Primo, and he told me to not panic with your super. You want to use the throw gadget if you run into someone. Lots of other people will panic and super first when the game gets closer at the end. Save your super for the end game. It's very important. You want to be the last El Primo to have your super left. The super will guarantee you almost always the win. It is important that you do not play with making many kills. It's important that you play passive and have the trophies in mind. You need to play passive and have that mindset all the time. Even when you make a mistake, you need to play passive and use teaming to your advantage, especially at these trophy ranges. I personally do not like teaming a lot, but at these trophy ranges you almost have no choice. It's important that you keep the trophies in mind and not getting actual kills, because that will make you lose trophies and it's going to get you demotivated. When you get demotivated, you will tilt, and it's easy to lose several hours of playtime in just 2 to 4 games of playing reckless with El Primo. That's why breaking a world record is so hard. People panic and people get demotivated, people make mistakes because they play too long and do not take a break, or just stop playing with keeping the trophies in mind. They start to flex their Primo, they get hyped and they make mistakes. And that's very, very bad when you play at these trophy ranges. I asked Pongdalong what he thought about Duo Showdown and Showdown Plus, and he told me that Duo Showdown is a very fun game mode, but he likes to play solo showdown because he can be independent and make choices on his own and does not have to look at someone else and what they do and what he has to do. Solo showdown can be done with teaming, can be done without teaming, can be done however you want it. It's solo showdown, you do whatever it takes to win, and that's the fun part of it. Teaming is just a part of it at high-end trophy gameplay. Showdown Plus didn't solve teaming at all. He told me that it might have solved playing less aggressive and having more campers at the lower trophy ranges, but it didn't solve teaming at all at higher trophy ranges. It actually encourages people to team even more so they can guarantee and try to make at least a few kills at the end and get some free kills if they team up. So the Showdown Plus will need to have some changes to make it more appealing to high-end trophy players, especially in solo showdown. What are the best counters to El Primo? These are Shelly, Gale and Stu, all because they have a very strong defense mechanic, are very strong to escape, and all have that ability to cancel out El Primo when he's being very aggressive towards you. The best strategy at high-end trophy gameplay when you are not playing El Primo is to try and take out El Primo first. Why? Other El Primos, when they see each other, they will trade supers. They will charge supers on each other. It's going to be too easy for them to get supers because they are just getting it from each other, which is actually unfair. It's more than teaming, it's super trading and teaming. That's why seeing a lot of El Primos is very dangerous in solo showdown, and you have to know that it is a big risk. You have to try and take them out. That's something very important if you want to counter El Primo. What is the best strategy to kill another El Primo? Well, it is actually you have to bait them to let them charge their super on you. You have to let them take some damage on you, and that's when you need to take revenge and actually keep on taking damage and then super on them to kill them. It's a nasty strategy, but it's something you have to do when there are many El Primos and when you want to be the leading El Primo. Having power cubes is priority. When you play solo showdown at high trophies, you must try to take as many power cubes as you can. It's important to play very passive and more aggressive maybe on later when the game evolves and when you get to have more opportunities to take out brawlers. You have to know that at the end, most likely all the teamers will be left that are actually quite the same, so the aggressive brawler will always be target. The passive players will always stand with each other and charge their super and immediately start to destroy all walls, so you cannot get even close to them. It's unfair, but it's a strong strategy to counter other El Primos. I also personally played my El Primo to rank 30 in solo showdown like a year ago. It was actually very easy, the most easy brawler I have ever played to rank 30. But now it's more difficult, I think, because many more people are teaming and many more people have realized that El Primo is a very strong brawler to team with, and especially because there are large gangs of El Primos, like 6 to 7 in one game at high-end trophies, and especially at the maps where El Primo are good in, like Skull Creek, Stormy Plains, Rockwall Brawl, Feast of Famine. These maps are just full of El Primos because they are all closed in with many bushes and many walls together, which is perfect for El Primo to push up and get his early power cubes, take the brawlers out who are no El Primo. You have to know that Surge is actually a very strong counter, especially when it's at max level. His super is the perfect counter to bounce back the El Primo and deal massive damage. Surge is a really fun brawl. Okay guys, let's make some predictions. I predict that the next Brawl Talk is going to be in between 14 days from now on. It's going to be a little bit shorter, but you never know if there are delays, because I do think that content is running a little bit out and we need a new brawler or some changes, or I hope a new showdown environment, or I hope Duo Showdown Plus is going to be lots of fun if that comes out. And I also think that if Showdown Plus comes out, it needs to be very different from Solo Showdown Plus. Duo Showdown Plus needs to have some special rules. And I also think that the new brawler is going to be a legendary brawler, because each year we only get one legendary brawler. Last year we got Amber, and I really do hope that we get this year a thrower that is a legendary brawler or a tank legendary brawler. I think it would be very fun with some kind of a very unique mechanic, like a thrower that can throw a clone of himself and actually teleport to the position where it throws himself at. I think that would be a very crazy idea. Or like a thrower that can create a kind of portal that can teleport you to the other side of the map or to the opposite position of where you threw the portal at. I also saw the comments from all of you having so many positive feedback of me doing full voice videos, and honestly that gave me so much joy. It made me much more confident in doing more voice English videos. My English is not the best, but I do my best, and I think I'm improving a little by little. I'm getting more confident in what I say and how I pronounce it. I do not have to make some voice parts 50 times over before I'm happy. I'm just using it as it is, because it is really okay to have an accent. It is okay to not talk each language perfect. It is okay if you are not comfortable talking on your videos. It is all okay as long as you enjoy making videos, as long as you enjoy talking and learning things, then it is all fine. I will always try to improve things, and I will always try to find new ideas to make videos about. And hopefully all of you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more world records videos or anything else. Let me know down in the comments so I can read them, think about it, and see if I can do these videos in a way that I think that it is very fun to make. And of course I will do more ranking videos and maybe provide more high level gameplay that I do myself, but only if I enjoy it, because it's important that you make what you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching and see you the next time, guys.